year of path, so they're gonna go anyway. It's their place. So it creates a conflict between the human and the elephant. Sometimes the elephants, ruin, you know, the village, or they take the plantation. They take, the sawit, anything that they could eat, fruits and everything. So the village people, they tend to poison them, so they die. So they are treated as pests. So in order to save the elephants and the people, in Aceh, BKSDA, Balai Konservasi, mereka mengambil gajah itu, take them, and they have been placed in few places, like in Tangkahan, for example, and other places, other CRUs. What they are doing in this kind of places is actually they are the front men of the forest protection. So they are in the borders between the village and the national parks in order to mitigate the conflicts. If there is wild elephants coming to the village, they are the ones who being the guard. They guard the areas. They're gonna, let the wild elephants to go back to the forest with the patrol. Sometimes they have to use explosions to protect, ngusir. Ketemu halus banget soalnya. Jangan keluar. So it's one of but the one in captive, they are not able to be released in the wild anymore. So they have to do something about these elephants. Use them as a patrol, and for what we are doing here, actually, as a symbol educations. Also, if you see elephants in Tangkahan, they are not like in the circus. They can do things like that, playing football and all that. No, they do the elephants riding because they need to be ridden by the mahouts when they are going to patrol to the forest. So they have to get used to it. And maybe it's like human taking a backpack. No, we are very light compared to them. But they are also. I talked to Dr. Chris, the guy you saw in the video. He said that sometimes the elephants in captive, they need an exercise in order for them not to get overweight. So because in the wild they're always walking, like climbing the hills in the national parks. They are very active. But in the captive, sometimes they have very limited time to move. They are in a closed area, and they go to bathing twice a day, and that's it. Sometimes they need also exercise. They need to be ridden. They need to go around that area. So I don't see it as an exploitation. I see it as an answer of the situation. We have the elephants, we have the forest, we have the people. What are we going to do about it? So I think that's one of that's my point of view of seeing what happened in elephants in captives in Leoser ecosystem. Pak Wadi, you can add.
I think it was a very good question, and I actually forget to tell this one. Elephant never forget, but I forget. The CRU is never any way to tell you that this is the way we conserve the elephant. The elephant need to be conserved in the wild, in situ, in the forest, in their habitat. But the CRU concept was established after there's so many elephants already in captivity in the camp. They're doing nothing. They're dying. And the mahout itself, they spend the whole of their entire career only to feed the elephant. But with the CRU, we give them really new dignity. They become very active, active and support the real conservation need in the field together with the community. So this is not this is very good concept here. Let's capture more elephant. No, this is not actually the message. But CIU we have already 500 plus elephant all around Sumatra in the camp, and we try to try to make some use of the elephant and the mouth and everything. So I think that's the additional point of it.
Okay, and the second question from Fanny is about the diseases that elephants can get other than the EHV. she said that what she learned that elephant can easily infected by the cancer,
That's
and then the digestive problem become bloated,
Yeah.
and
But
tapos angin.
the,
Kambung.
maybe it's not cancer because usually the common problem in some captive facility, not in this area.
Mhm.
Sometimes they have difficulties on to feed the elephant properly. If
Okay.
your elephant what do you call it? Malnourished, then elephant will develop sub abdominal or submandibular udem. Udem is water
Mhm.
under your skin because your blood is not your nutrition is not good enough.
Okay.
So that's why the elephant look like they have cancer. Actually, it's not cancer. But as Bapak was telling us earlier that elephant actually is the elephant, the animal
Robust.
that really never have cancer.
Mhm.
But the problem is some captive facility they provide foods which is not really natural foods. So of course sometimes they have digestive problem.
Mhm.
But I think it's not cancer, but maybe the sub abdominal udem that people see and as the cancer. That's not cancer.
Okay. From far back.
Around Sumatra during the New Year's Eve in Tangkahan. 10,000 people.
Wow.
You wouldn't imagine where they were, right? They are flocking in the river. You cannot see the water. You only can see their heads. So yeah, 10,000 people. So yeah, people around Medan, they know. And I can imagine that kind of situation also. But of course, we then need to answer this question. Like, is it what we want? Is it like what we want? The numbers of the more people to come, the better for the society. I think it should be answered by their own, by the people of the villages themselves, because they are the ones who develop, they are the ones who create the system and all that. So I think it has to be answered also. I mean, what kind of places that they are going to make? 10,000 people in one small village. So yeah. Lucky it's not every day. But in high seasons like this, the guide said, like, at least every month you get many people. All the lodgings are full in high seasons. But usually they have low seasons where nobody goes there, which is sometimes good for the forest to reclaim some of the areas to be healthy again. But sometimes many people came.
And maybe to add to Nico and Caroline from North Sumatra, Horace, I think actually she just restate actually what we need to do to support the Tangkan. It's not only just to visit the Tangkan, but to spread the message. But now you have the information video in your hand, and of course, your suggestion to spread more message to the communities in North Sumatra is a very good idea, and we hope that you can also be part of it to spread the message.
And also there are many places like this in Aceh and also in Kerinci, right, in Jambi. So this program, the CRU, is actually the model, and you can find it everywhere.
Just I need to mention something. Pak Niko, sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Easy question, me. This concept CRU is being developed now, being adopted more and more. And now in Aceh province alone, we have 7 CRUs. The good news is all these 7 CRUs now self-financed by the local government. You don't have to applause. Well, and then also being adopted in Bengkulu, in Seblat, and in Waikambas. Now Waikambas itself, they have 3 similar units operate in the surrounding Waikambas. So it's remind me to introduce you to Eddie Sunardi. Please stand up, Eddie. This is our team leader. And
If you go to Tangkahan, you're with him.
Eddie was sent to Bengkulu to set up the CRU, and you will not believe that Eddie also now go to Myanmar. Can you believe it? To support them to establish the CRU in Myanmar. Okay. I think we need to develop this concept, but not because it's good concept. Then let's capture more elephant and establish CRU. Not that.
Okay. We still have more time for a couple questions, so two more people.
To others. And I think to help, what can we do about this? What's after seeing the video, after knowing the government has already made the laws, regulations, punishments, and all that. And what about us? What can we do? I think every little thing that we do, if we're concerned about the environment, we know a lot about the global warming. We know everything about the environment. The forest has to be protected for the water, for the supply for our lives. So, but maybe also at the same time, we cannot be, like standalone heroes. We probably can do little things that if we cannot, if we cannot go to the office, with the bicycle, riding bicycle, we have to take a public transportation or personal transportation.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do other things. Maybe we can choose our woods more carefully. The one they got licensed, the one they got tax, that it's a legal wood.
Yeah.
Or things like that. On the everyday's your consumer products, you can be more aware of that. So we probably cannot. We don't have to be all activists,
Yeah.
but we just need a little awareness on our daily basis, and hopefully, if we can do that together, we can save our environment more.
We can always start small, yeah.
Yes, and if we do it together, I think it will be big.
Yeah.
And maybe if you want to donate, Pak Wahdi, to the elephants in the CRUs, I think they need help for the supplements. They got already their basic foods, but for the supplements, for the vitamins and everything, what they can do? I mean, the people.
Can you share the information if we can donate or do something?
Yeah, we. Eddie, well, but
I would like to donate. Give me your bank account or something.
I don't know. We need to, but Eddie, he's always 24/7 stay in Tangkahan. So yeah, but Eddie will very soon we will update our Facebook and social media. So keep watching.
Stay tuned.
But I mean, yeah, it's not available right now because it's been down since then. One thing I want to mention is that people always mention that elephant never forget. Have you heard?
Yeah.
But something they forget to tell you is that you also should never forget an elephant.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador Nicholas Saputra dan juga Pak Wadi as our distinguished speakers for the day. And thank you, guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media, all the participants that attend today. Thank you very much for your attendance and participation. But this last session concludes our agenda for today. And we hope that continued proactive efforts can be made to preserve the wildlife at the Malaysian ecosystem. Please enjoy the meals